They punched me on my head, on my back, they kneed me on my thighs, they stamped on my feet, pulled my private area. My arms were like they were burning and I was screaming in fear.
إذا كنت بالله مستعصما فماذا يضيرك كيد العبيد فماذا يضيرك كيد العبيد.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It was about 5:30 in the morning of Tuesday, the 2nd of December 2003, which turned out to be one of the most difficult days of my life. I was asleep in my house, and my house was raided by 15 or 20 police officers. I stood up, I put my hands up, and I stood up to show them that they had nothing to fear from me. For the next 40 minutes or so, the police officers, they subjected me to an ordeal of physical, religious, verbal and sexual abuse. They punched me on my head, on my back, they kneed me on my thighs, they stamped on my feet, they put their hands over my private area and they pulled my private area. They put me into the position that Muslims pray in sajda, and they made fun of me and my prayer and my religion, mocking me. In the van, one of the officers, he subjected me to 2 choke holds where he put his arms around my neck, and on the second one I actually thought that this is it, I'm going to die. I was restrained in handcuffs. They slid handcuffs all the way along my arms so that my arms were like they were burning and I was screaming in fear. By the time I arrived at Charing Cross police station, some half an hour later, I was found to have 73 physical injuries. I was bleeding in my ears and I was bleeding in my urine, and I had bruises and grazes and scratches literally from head to toe. So that night when I tried to sleep in the police station, it was a very difficult night. I was in extreme agony, extreme physical and mental agony I was in. I was unable to sleep because the police station pillow was hard. The felt blanket was sticking to my wounds and it was making them septic. And I was in so much pain. I was able to get hold of a copy of the Quran, and I just, in my spare time, that's all I was doing. I recited Surah Baqarah, I recited Surah Al Imran, I recited other surahs, but none of these surahs gave me the comfort that I was looking for. Eventually, I stumbled upon Surah Muhammad, which is Surah number 47 of the Quran. And in verse 27, I found the verse that I was looking for. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَكَيْفَ إِذَا تَوَفَّتْهُمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ يَضْرِبُونَ وُجُوهَهُمْ وَأَدْبَارَهُمْ. And how will it be when the angels take their souls at the time of death, and they will strike their faces and their backs? And then I just kept on reciting Surah Muhammad. I kept on reciting Surah Muhammad. Day and night, I just kept on reading that surah. And that verse gave me so much comfort that whatever they had done to me, Allah was telling me, just be patient, just you wait, and when it's their turn, the angels are going to do to them worse than what they did to you. And that gave me a lot of comfort, knowing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to get them back on my behalf. I kept on reciting that surah, and on my 3rd day of custody, just before Fajr on Friday, Friday the 5th of December 2003, I saw perhaps the most beautiful dream that I've ever seen in my life. I won't share the details of that dream now, but I will do at another time. But suffice it to say that if you are being harmed or abused by someone, whether it's inside the home, or it's inside your workplace, or your place of education, or it's in your community, or it's in the place where you live, or the country that you live, then take comfort that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He watches all acts of oppression. He sees everything. And at the time which is appropriate and a time of His choosing, then He will set the balance and He will set the record straight. So take comfort in that. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
أخي أنت حر وراء السدود، أخي أنت حر بتلك القيود، إذا كنت بالله مستعصما فماذا يضيرك كيد العبيد، فماذا يضيرك كيد العبيد. أخي أنت حر